Hey guys, it's Sakina of My Brown Sparkles. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sakina. I am your eco-friendly hostess with the mostest, and I share all of my knowledge regarding living your most luxurious life in the most sustainable way possible. If you have not already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you're gonna love what I post on my channel. Anywho, in today's video, we're going to be talking about skincare products that I'm loving in my 30s. I'm in my 30s now, and I've noticed that my skin has changed from when I was in my 20s in a good ways, which is, it's great. But another thing that I noticed is that I've actually learned what different skincare ingredients do, and so I'm able to better create a skincare regimen that is actually going to be effective for my personal skincare problems. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so backstory. I have a blog called My Brown Sparkles, and that is actually how I got into the whole influencer thing. It started off on my blog, and then I kind of branched out with Instagram. Obviously, the influencer trend took off, and now I have a YouTube channel. I've had my YouTube channel for years, but I've just been building it gradually over time. The blog is still available, and I highly recommend you go check out the blog because that is where my first blog post that blew up. It was all about hyperpigmentation, which was the largest or biggest skincare issue that I've dealt with as a darker skinned woman. My skin tends to um, get dark very easily due to things like acne, scarring, or just scarring in general. And so that's something that I was really concerned with in my early 20s, and I was very, very insecure. I have since found some really good remedies to help combat that so that I don't deal with that as much. And I'm going to share those with you here in this video. But that's kind of my backstory. Like, my blog was really about beauty and like how to work on getting my skin to a place where I loved it and was happy with it. And so I had this blog post that went viral pretty much. And that's where I started getting other brands reaching out to me, wanting to work with me. And that's how I became like an influencer and started getting paid. Down the line, I want to teach a course on how to become a paid influencer. If you're someone who's wondering, it's not too late. It really is not too late. I don't think that social media is going anywhere. And with the power of YouTube and just knowing how to leverage your brand, your mission, all of that, you can actually turn it into a lucrative job, depending on how much time and energy you've put into it. So I still do it. I actually still make money from my blog. And my goal really honestly is to kind of maintain my business fees, I guess you can say. But obviously, I want to continue to um, elevate my goals as the years go on, but it really just depends on what's going on in my life. But I wanted to share that backstory with you guys before we get into the product reviews. Okay, so if you cannot tell, I don't have any makeup on today. I was like, let me do a fresh face. Let me start getting used to wearing my fresh face. The weather is beautiful outside. I don't want to be walking around looking like a cake monster, in the summer heat and spring heat in Texas, because I live in Texas and it gets hot really quick here. So I'm gonna have to start changing up my makeup routine. And I'm not necessarily happy with what's going on today. When you look in the mirror and things look a lot better than when it looks like when you get on camera. That's how I'm feeling, but we're gonna work with it. The one thing I will say is having good skin is the basis for having good makeup or any good look on your face, because you want the canvas to look good. And I'm happy with the canvas. I'll say that. I'm very, very happy with the canvas. I did my brow tattoos today. So instead of filling my brows in with pencil or dark concealer, which is usually what I do, I actually use my brow tattoo, which I use occasionally, but then I fall off. And then when I use it, I'm always like, why don't I use this all the time? Because it works really well. And it lasts like all day, and it can last up to 2 days, honestly, if I wash my face carefully. But that's what I'm rocking today. I'll fill in any like light spots with pencil, but for the most part, it's all brow tattoo. I also have on a layer of vitamin C and a layer of sunscreen and then some oil. So I have on that, but nothing that's going to camouflage any blemishes. So any dark marks you see on my skin, if you see any, that's that. And then of course I do have on lashes and lip color. That's it. I don't have any actual like makeup, foundation, under eye concealer, anything like that on my actual face. Just the lipstick, and I have on my false lashes, because I just love them. But yeah, so today I'm rocking a natural look. I think it's fitting for this particular video. So that is my look right now. And let's go ahead and get into these products that I've been loving in my 30s. Now, I've used a lot of products. I've done a lot of skincare reviews. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you've seen me do skincare review videos as in partnerships with different brands. And I've always loved playing with skincare. But I think once you get to a certain age, you really do need to just kind of like hone in on what works as opposed to just like following the trends. Honestly, the skincare cosmetic industry is just a big cash vacuum. It preys on the insecurities of women, and it really, I mean, it's a billion-dollar industry. So I'm sure that's what it's designed to do. And I don't want myself, like, I don't want to lead the people who follow me and watch my videos down the path of just like mindless consumption and chasing different trends and things that are not going to actually cure what's actually the problem, which is your inner self-worth and your self-esteem, which is an inward job. You have to fix that inwardly. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these products. So I kind of want to give you a backstory on the ingredients, the active ingredients, and then I'm going to share the products that I'm loving. I'll also be linking the products down below in the description box. Yes, they are affiliate links, so I do get a small percentage if you end up purchasing any of these products, but I assure you these are products that I've purchased with my own money. This is not a sponsored post, so just want to give you that disclaimer now. But the first ingredient we're going to talk about is the alpha hydroxy acid and the beta hydroxy acids, which I like to use for dark spots. So what are they? So this is a group of acids. They are salicylic acid, lactic acid, glycolic acid, and these acids all have a form of like exfoliation for the skin. They all exfoliate skin. They take off that top layer of skin, revealing new skin cells, hopefully. Salicylic acid, if you've probably heard about that, that's the one that's mainly used for acne. So when you find like an acne product, even if it's over the counter at the drugstore, you'll look at the ingredients label and you'll see salicylic acid. That's like the main ingredient for acne products. But the others, they are natural, gentle exfoliants. So they're going to, like I said, they're going to gently remove layers of skin to reveal new skin. And how this works for dark spots is obviously if you have dark marks somewhere, over time, consistently using these acids is going to continually reveal new skin, and it's eventually going to fade those dark spots. Now, if you see me looking down, it's because I have a whole bunch of notes because I don't want to get anything wrong in this video. But my favorite products right now are the Ready Steady Glow Daily Alpha Hydroxy Acid Tonic. I use this nightly, guys, and it's one of my favorites right now. I actually found it at Marshall's, surprisingly. I found this little miniature version at Marshall's for $5, and I bought 2 of them, and this little mini bottle has lasted me probably 2 months. This is a new one. I have another one it's almost out. It's almost out, but it lasted me 2 months. So a little goes a long way. You put it on a cotton swab after cleansing your face. This is what I put on my skin. I use it at night, and specifically I use it at night because it makes your skin incredibly sensitive to the sunlight. So anytime you're using a alpha hydroxy acid or beta hydroxy acid, be sure you're using sunscreen because it does make your skin more sensitive to sunlight. This particular product here has lactic acid, so that is the active ingredient in this product. Okay, the next one I'm going to share is the Ole Hendricksen's Acids Done Right. This is another one that I found at Marshall's. Marshall's is one of my favorite places to go if I'm looking for cheap skincare, like cheap, good skincare, marked down. So Marshall's and TJ Maxx are really good about that, but you got to really, really search. So I happen to be in Marshall's on these days that I purchased these products, and these were products that I found. And online, they cost a lot more than they did at Marshall. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and scoop this right now. But I've always liked Ole Hendricksen. Back in the day when I was trying to find products that I loved, Ole Hendricksen was one of the ones that they had like the tiny little wonders, and they just had all these. He just has all these different little skincare sets. I can't necessarily say that they helped me in the past, but I do like this particular product because it's like 3 different acid products in one, and you do them all the same time. So there is a scrub, there is a toner, and then there's a night treatment. And so you're getting just 3 layers of acids. It sounds like I'm burning my skin off. I promise you guys it's not that intense, but it kind of is. So after I wash my face, I will use the lemonade smoothing scrub. And this stuff smells really good, guys. So I also love the smell of these products. So the lemonade smoothing scrub, And then after that, I will wash that, make sure all the little salty grains are off my face, hit my face up with the toner. And this is what I use with a cotton swab. And then lastly, after that, I will put on a small little amount of this 20% acid. It's 10% alpha hydroxy acid, 10% PHAs, and lemon enzyme. I'll put that on my skin. I only use this about once a week or twice a week because I'm already using this, and I don't use these at the same time. So if I'm using this, then I'm not using this the same night. Okay, so I just shared with you two of my favorite acids for my face. This one has the lactic acid. This one actually has glycolic acid. So the acid of choice for this particular product is glycolic acid, just in different amounts in 3 different products that you use all at the same time. So your skin is just getting triple doses of acid at one time. And like I said, I don't use it the same time that I use this. Now there's one more product that I've been using on my face, and I want to share that with you. So next up is the Boscia Berry Blend Smoothing Facial with 28% acid complex. This one, I cannot tell you what the acid is in this one because I don't have the box anymore. But it says it's a complex of alpha hydroxy acid and beta hydroxy acids. So that's what it is. And this is actually a mask. So it's kind of like, it's really messy, but it's a mask. So after I wash my face, I will, and I'm almost out, but I'll take that. You see how that is? And it has a little spoon. Take that and spread it over my face. So my face kind of looks like it's just a big old sticky mess. Let it sit on there for about 20 minutes. Then I wash it off and then it's all done. And that's pretty much it for the acids. I feel like that's a lot and it makes it sound like I'm just burning the heck out of my skin, but I will say my skin has been the best it's been in a very long time. I don't really have breakouts. I don't really worry about hyperpigmentation. In fact, it's always constantly fading. And the only thing that really gives me hyperpigmentation is if like I have a hair that I pluck or something that causes hyperpigmentation. But ladies, you never pluck your hairs. If you have any facial hairs that grow, go and get laser hair removal. It's really affordable. If you're a dark skinned woman, such as myself, they have an indie YAG laser that is safe for darker skin tones. I go to a med spa here in Austin that probably cost me about, I think it's like $22 a session or $20 a session. And you only need about, I mean, after 2 sessions, the hair stopped, but I will go back maybe for 3 or 4 sessions total. They recommend 6, but honestly, like since my last session, I haven't had any issues. So I'm not going to go overboard because sometimes if you get too much laser, it can stimulate hairs in areas that hair wasn't growing. So I like to be a little bit safe with that. And so yeah, that is the skin acids that I use. Like I said, make sure you use daily sunscreen. I didn't use sunscreen for the longest time, but once I realized that these acids were so, they made my skin super sensitive, that's when I started really focusing on making sure that sunscreen was part of my skincare routine. And I will share why, because I've actually had an interesting incident that I think is directly related to using the acids. But let me go ahead and share with you guys some of the sunscreens that I'm currently using. I forgot to bring my Paula's Choice, but I'll share with you the Supergoop. And I also recently just purchased this from the Inkey list. It's like one of the more affordable brands at Sephora. And this is a SPF 30. I really like the Paula's Choice. I don't have it, I ran out, but Paula's Choice has this like moisturizer and it's like a liquid, it's very liquidy. So for us dark girls, we have to be sensitive with the sunscreens we use because sometimes they leave a white residue. So the Paula's Choice is honestly my favorite out of all the ones I've used so far. And because it's very liquidy and very moisturizing and it goes on smooth and clean and it's SPF 50. That's why I like it. But I bought this one just because it was a little bit more affordable and it was just going to give me what I needed. This is from the Inkey list. I'll link it down below. But also I also love Supergoop, and I've always really vouched for Supergoop because their products are they're legit. They have a play lotion that's SPF 50. This is what that lotion is. This is actually a sample size. I actually have it in the full size at home, but I also get the sample. Whenever I can get samples of something, I'll just keep them as extras and keep them in my purse or just have them as backup. but this is a SPF 50. I also have a setting powder, the resetting powder from them that I can use to kind of blot up oiliness and then also give myself some SPF protection at the same time. There are two more products that I forgot to mention within the alpha hydroxy acids that I want to mention now. And this is the Illuminate Face Oil from Karuna. This is actually I think it's a little overpriced. This was like a $15 product. I bought it at Whole Foods. I just wanted to try it. The active ingredient is mandelic acid. And, I was really just wanting to see how it is, but it's very liquidy. It's more like water than it is like a serum. It's very liquidy. So I only use it occasionally, but this is a product that I've been playing with. Honestly, I can't say that it's actually done anything for me, but mandelic acid is one of those kind of buzz words in the beauty industry right now. So I just kind of want to show you the one that I've been trying out, but I can't really say that it's really done much for my skin. And then lastly, I also wanted to share with you guys this. This is the Alpha Hydroxy Acid Smart Renewal Body Serum. I use this on my legs to help with dark marks. And let me tell you a story. I'm going to have photos to show you as proof. I went and I was filming. I was actually taking photos for a blog post that I did recently. And I had on these leggings that had these little holes in them, like the holes are part of the design. I got home, took off the leggings, and realized that I had sunburn, or sun marks, tanning with all these little holes, like polka dots on my legs. And I wear those leggings all the time, and I've never seen that before. And they are still fading away. I'm gonna put the photo up so you can see, but that is because I honestly think it's because I've been using this and it's made my skin super sensitive. So now I gotta remember to put sunscreen on my legs as well, as long as I'm using this product, because I don't want to be walking around with weird tan lines, come spring and summer. I'm starting to wear my dresses and show my legs again, and I don't need polka dot legs. That's just not cool. But I do like this product. It's the same product line as this one. I bought them at the same time, and this is what I'm using to help fade dark spots on my body, ladies. So there's that. The last product that I want to talk about is the oils. I'm a big fan of oils on skin. For the longest time, I was using a product and I was ambassador for a company, Local Botanicals, and I will link it below if you're interested in that one. They have a really nice face oil. It's very, very light. So I've used that in the past for years, but I recently switched to using almond oil just because it's like a cheap cosmetic oil that you can use on your skin just as is, and it's very lightweight and it gets the job done and it's not overly expensive. And that's what I've been using as far as the oil. The facial oil is almond oil. And I think that is it for this video. I know I kind of threw a lot at you all at once. I'm trying to do a lot of videos today, so I'm kind of filming back to back to back. But if you have any questions about any of the products that I've been using, be sure to drop a comment down below. And as I mentioned in the description box, I'm going to link all the products that I mentioned. And like I said, this is not a sponsored post. This is just the legit truth. I mean, you can see my skin right now. This is what I'm working with. I have on the almond oil. I have on the Inkey sunscreen. And my skin is giving, I think it's giving glowy, it's giving spring glow, and I'm very thankful for it. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you ladies next time. Bye.